I stand firmly in the fact that I'm one of the best to ever do this. For the culture, for my coast, and for my city. This is the Best Rapper in L.A. podcast. And I'm your host, Murs. What up, though? All right, y'all. You ever try to DJ for yourself, tour manage, headline, half-ass work merch while you release your book and also start shooting photos and creating stories for writing your new book? Yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, so look, man, tour's still very challenging, mentally, physically. We just finished the East Coast run. We started it in Tampa, went to Miami, then Orlando. Then we had a week off, or not everybody else had a week off. I had a week of Disney with the family, flew back for one day, did that last episode, flew back to DC the next day, got to see my cousins who did Songbird, amazing. Ellie at the venue, Doug did sound, Artemis that opened up. They started freestyling. I got up there and freestyled with them. Platinum Max, Third World. We went to Georgetown, area DC, where the University of Georgetown is, but also where they are against the poors. There's no public transportation. Like the train that's so efficient and amazing in the DC metropolitan area is not allowed in Georgetown because they want to keep the poors out. But we got to stay with a friend of a friend, me and my homie Jay, who shot the book. Got to walk around Georgetown, shoot some more photos for Tour Story 2, visit Georgetown, copped a Allen Iverson throwback. And yeah, senseless shit I buy on tour when I have 4 kids. But I mean, shit, how often are you going to be in Georgetown? We were talking about, I remember the first time we went, my family reunion, we're at our like 113th family reunion. But we have it all over wherever we have family. We have family in DC. Of course, if you listen to the podcast, you know that. And in DC, my cousin took us to Georgetown, and like, I don't know if she was going there or working there, but then like, you know, there's like seeing the campus, seeing a college campus with like all this beautiful, the campus is beautiful. That area is so beautiful. They're like, we're bound down by a creek. And of course, Another Bad Creation was out, and they had all the college gear, Georgia Tech and Miami Hurricanes and the Parkas. And of course, as you guys know, growing up at this point in my life, very crippy Georgetown Hoyas. And for our parents, I'm sure a lot of people got over with this, with gang affiliated apparel. My mom's like, oh, college. Oh, and it's where your cousins live. Oh, and it's it's Georgetown Ivy League. I don't know what the fuck that means, but it's a prestigious university. Of course, we'll get you a Georgetown Parker and a matching hat. It's funny now, but it's dangerous as fuck, man. It's like the lady I don't know if you guys watch Fools Gone Wild, but there's this haircut called the Edgar out here. And apparently so for some people, it's a gang-related haircut. And but if you're from our generation, it looks like a bowl cut and it looks corny. So this woman was letting her son get his haircut like that, not knowing that it was a gang-affiliated haircut. So she's like, the whole time I thought he was this corny, like square-ass goofy-looking motherfucker. I let him have the goofy shit. Because that's not what cholos looked like when I was growing up. Same for my mom. Like, never in a million years did she think a Georgetown Hoyas hat and parka would be representing anything relative to the streets. My dad was like, leather jacket, you know, the streets look different. Yeah, afros and, you know, my dad had the sinister-ass goatee. Yeah, you know, gold chain. It was just a different era. But yeah, then we hit it's all over Philly. Philly was dope. Thank you everyone in Philly. Then we hit we've just been meeting amazing staff. Like shout out to Anna and the homegirl from a band called Catbite. Just motherfuckers been so accommodating. They went out of their way to buy vegan cheese so that they could make me a vegan cheesesteak in the kitchen that's not on the menu. She was fire as fuck, and I didn't have to like go out in the rain and look for food, even though that's part of the fun. But Yeah, we ran the Rocky Steps. There's a whole story behind that. You got to read Tour Story too. Shit got real the next day running the Rocky Steps in the rain. Platinum Max and Third World ran it together and they hung out. Like, that's the shit that tour's about, man. It's like, I'm so happy to be an indie rapper. And I say it again, I know it sounds like a cop-out, but unfamous. Because you can just go out in the middle of the night and do shit, or go out during the day and do shit without a big, hullabaloo. And it was dope, man. I think we've been to Rocky Steps once. I never ran it, but Rocky is such an important series. Then we drove to fucking Vermont, bro. Oh my God. I think, yeah, if you're on the tour, you can grab a copy of Tour Story, because these stories, like, the music has its stories and the touring has its stories. Pay Dues there's all these. I've lived a couple lives. Like, they should have never let a kid from inner city Los Angeles see Vermont. Just one, like, we're driving. So you drive the interstate, then you got to get off the highway and drive or get off the freeway and drive like the highways, like Route 17, Route 7. And it's the middle of the night in Vermont. Not a lot of people who look like me. So I'm like, when do I get out of the car? And my fear of, like, it's not like my ancestors, the legitimate fear of the Klan or anything. Like, I'll fuck a motherfucker up. Like, you can try me. It's just avoiding the bullshit. Because then if I have to fuck you up or, sit at night in some podunk jail cell, I don't get to do the show, which is going to subsidize us all. Like, these East Coast markets, Florida, I won't get into the guarantees, but they basically paid for themselves. Like, as far as, like, housing, rent a car, gas, eating, flights. That's it. Like, I'm not making a lot of money. And I didn't bring merch because I'm not trying to fill the landfill. Usually merch makes up for it, or VIP meet and greets. This is bare bones, just a thank you. I want to get this out of my system, see everybody one last time, do a good show. I've kind of worked out the show to where I'm, like, telling a story and, making people laugh and cry. And, like, we're having a good time. I finally, like, and not being on the road consistently, I think I finally got the show to where I like it. Usually that's worked out in the first 5 dates. But it's taken a few weeks this time. So, but I think everyone's had fun working through it with me. I don't say I'm incapable, but it's pretty, knock on wood, it's pretty hard for me to do a bad show. But now we're running. Anyway, so trying to just watch where I get out of the car. These are actual villages in Vermont. There's 3 cities and the rest are towns and villages in the whole state of Vermont, someone told me. I'm going to take the locals' word for it. Bruh. We got through one of these villages, the motherfucker walking across the street with his dog. It's pitch. There's no street lights. There's, like, highway lighting, but there's no, good thing, like, we're going 35 because the stadies are out there trying to catch you. So many speed traps in these places. I'm like, yo, motherfucker, it's 11 p.m. on a fucking Friday night in Vermont. You're the best. I would hate to be you having to sit in a car and trap tourists. Nobody wants to be here. But now I get it, because there could be someone walking across the street with their dog in a small village. And then it hit me. We are not in Minecraft. We are not in the 1400s. But that motherfucker, I was like, you are a fucking villager. I just saw a villager in the year 2025. You are a fucking villager. Holy shit. Villager. I saw a fucking villager, y'all. We'll leave it at that. Leave the rest for the book. If you haven't seen the Minecraft movie, I took my boys to see it on the one day I was home. It's phenomenal.
The overworld.
Wow.
Anything you can dream about, you can create.
So they built all this?
Yeah, most of it.
Hold on.
That thing doesn't understand a word you're saying.
We're talking. I love it. It's the first kid movie I've gotten into. Not shitting on the Sonic franchise, but they didn't hit the mark. I regretted being sleepy. We had just been, like, doing Disney, and I'd been preparing for the whole tour, packing my bags. So I was tired, but I was like, oh, fuck, I wish I could stay awake. Jack Black finally hit the mark. Like, Kung Fu Panda was great, but I think Nacho Libre, School of Rock, Gulliver's Travels, all these things he's been trying to find. He's perfect for a kid's movie. He just hadn't had the right kid's movie yet. But it's not my generation. So I want to know what every kid that's into Minecraft I check with, like from 20 to 12, kind of likes it. It seems to have a cult thing going on where the kids are doing the chicken jockey shit in the theater. If you're an adult and never played Minecraft, I don't know if it's for you, but if you're like 40, 50 something and kind of nerdy and you've played Minecraft, it's worth checking out. Jason Momoa, as much as I hate to say it, when we get to Okie Dog, we'll talk more about that if I'm allowed to. I don't fuck with him, but he did his thing in that. Fuck Aquaman, no. What else are we getting into there? Yeah, then it was Boston, which was dope, and New York, which was dope. Shout out to Kamani of the Masterminds who actually listens to the podcast. He got the book. Anybody that's got the book, we only have like 24 copies out there. We only pressed a few to see if we liked, because we never pressed books before. Like, it's like a test pressing. So we had 2 different companies. We ordered 20 from each one or something like that. And yeah, trying to figure out which quality we like. But I think we found it. Yeah, that's it. Coming up, Chicago, North Dakota, Minneapolis, Omaha. Look on Murs316.com. I think that's the fucking website. Or Instagram, you'll find it. If you're interested, come on out. Should be fun. Noah James, Third World, Platinum X, these promoters, thank you for these. They're letting the actual whole tour as I envisioned it roll through. So it should be a good night, man.
Post G-Funk era trying to do good. What about Quick and Dub C? King T ain't corrupt and sugar free. They master ceremonies, they move crowds. See, I'm from the West Coast and I'm so proud. This where crack started, and yeah, we act retarded. Brothers be scrapping in the parking lot at Target. It's fucked up, but it's kind of funny. And we be set tripping, but it ain't over money. Red and blue is like Muslim and Jew, and I don't ever think they stop, but I'm praying that they do. In 92, we had a truce for a little.
Pull up these lyrics. This is a chorus I think that just came to me and I never had the beat for. One of those things that was floating around in my head. Woke up with it in my head. Growing up, they said there had no lyricists. Can you imagine growing up hearing this? There's a Freestyle Fellowship skit on the first Freestyle Fellowship album, To Whom May Concern.
Look, wait, listen. That shit is dope. Wait, Jake, check it out. Oh, yes. They're here. Hey, wait. Get to the rap, dude. Put on the rap. Put on the rap. They be styling. Listen. He's styling. You can't style. That shit's fresh, man. Get this shit out of here.
Hey man, I just say
we just need to start over.
They're talking about it like L.A. Dream Team, which was amazing. I was a kid, so I wasn't thinking about lyrics. I wasn't thinking about comparison. It was just pure fun. But like L.A. Dream Team, ladies and gentlemen, shout out Ham Park, which they ran a freeway through and had to rebuild, but it's not the same Ham Park I grew up going to in Linwood. But like we had a little dance off battle to that at summer camp, daycare, whatever. We used to have a Ham Park, but not the most lyrical. So Freestyle Fellowship took it upon themselves to prove that the West had rappers. A freestyle is something that we believed was off the head, meaning improvisational, in the moment. For some people in New York at the time, freestyle meant a rhyme that wasn't a part of a song or recorded on an album. It was a big deal when I was a teenager to me. And then as I got East Coast friends and then, to me, like Rascast was with all due respect, was like, and the Hyro Hobo battle where Saphir came with Writtens was kind of a shift.
Feel the saucy nomad. I'm the boss, we know that. Cash on the mic to let you know. No, I'm not waking up. Cause them C's are getting eaten up. And niggas wanna get beaten up if they wanna take it to that. But I be making the rap to slice and dice the back men. Casual attacking. You know, when the high road flow, we go inside of your heart and rip it apart. Do when it like that. Me and Pep Lover, no other. Nigga can't step up. I'm wrecking the microphone to let you know I got a flow. And nigga, you whack, so step the F back. I ain't cursing, my verse in your face. Dispersed in the bass, letting you know. Casual the flow, so feel you hear the way I'm coming at you. You whack, do you wanna practice? The Mac is on the motherfucking microphone telling you never will sell when you not with me. Cause it's the High Road Crew, and that's how we do. Kick a style, if you can. Off the head, cause I'm the man. Casual flow grand, and you win. I'm on the mic to rip it up like that. Now kick your written rap, kick it, written rap.
Oh, with the written, here I come with the written. Nigga, did your mama tell you that you was my son? When I'm done, your ass will run like a stocking, nigga. You a carbon copy, you started sloppy. I'm 100% concentrated on easy nooses around the necks of these tricks in sex with vagina lips. Your spinal will grip paralysis, if I remember correctly. You said, fuck the west side. Oh, well now you gotta ride, come clean with dirt. But then again, a hoe can't come clean through many thirds. I'ma insert depositories in them stories that don't stick. Nigga, I got chapters, I got fly papers. Nigga, you one story, I'm a skyscraper.
When it kind of the meaning of freestyle kind of generally became whatever. And then you would say off the head for off the head and freestyle for a rhyme that wasn't on an album. Then you could put on a mixtape. You could say the same thing on Stretch and Bobbito and Wake Up Show, or was The Joint with King M's and Mike Nardone, or all the underground or college radio stations where the tapes and recordings and MP3 started circulating, of Big L and Cannibal Ox and Pharaoh and all these people.
Check it. Then while we hold gats, you hold knives. When you sold apes, we sold pies. When you roll bikes, we drove fives. There's no comparison, son. Just embarrassing. I'm running with some of the baddest men in the whole New York. We hold the fort while you crab clats is holding. Player hating, pushing stolen whips. We at the dice game holding trips. Out of town throwing bricks, taking over. Cooking up coke with baking soda.
Yo, what you wanna do with this, Vaudou? Yo, what you wanna do with that, Vaudou? Yo, what you wanna do with this, Vaudou? Yo, what you wanna do with that, Yo, what I'm gonna do with this? Yo, I'm gonna toss word. Yo, let's get it open. Make MCs start scoping. Cannibal Ox, no joke win. You fartin', we break wind. Yo, attach wings to the mic. Fly lines, lubricated, never dry lines.
About Marchi G, 13 out of Queens, check it out now. Yo, cleverly beginning them with synonyms. When I'm winning with homonyms, extending them out. Defending them with linear raps. When I'm bombing them, bending them back. Blending them with miraculous type. Y'all niggas do like Dracula's bite. Don't even bother, got a lot of cats who swallow for dollar rap. Scholar holler back like a rock waller.
And you would hear the same verse sometimes on different radio stations. It became okay. And also, I think there was enough freestyles recorded. Like, and being a freestyle MC, like, I can tell when someone is coming with writtens and someone's not. Can be debated, you know, a lot of slander on some MCs' names for claiming some writtens were freestyles, but you genuinely tell. Anyway, Second to None was a rap group that was dope from the era of early 90s. I think they were with DJ Quick's camp. I think it was Scandalous. I don't want to get it wrong, but they got on Yo MTV Raps infamously and or asked to freestyle, and they say they don't do that. And that was kind of a black eye for some West Coast MCs. They felt like, oh, okay. You know, I put it on my shoulder like, okay, you know, like it was unfair of anyone outside of the West to paint that as Second to None speaking for everybody. They don't do it, and that's fine. But don't think it's because they don't, we don't. And I think that put a battery in a lot of people's backs out here. I know it did for me when I got to Rocksteady in 97. Shout out to Guy and Gaston, two of my friends that I made at that, I think 97, 98 Rocksteady Park, freestyling. And then one of them was working security, they're twins, at Macy's downtown. And I was still walking around rapping. And he's like, yo, we was just freestyling at the park. I was like, damn, New York is big, but it's a small world. Like, it's very rarely that I can get on a train and spend a day in New York and not see somebody I know. Because people mix. Unlike LA, it's not everybody in their bubble. Like the Jetsons getting ported to their next destination. It's still like a very big village. New York, I guess that's the village. Yeah, man. So it was something I took seriously. So I was like West Coast, and people would stop me when I was on the East Coast and be like, yo, you ain't from LA, son. Nah, y'all niggas ain't got lyrics like that. Them niggas ain't got lyrics like that. So you want some East Coast shit. And I would very firmly say, no, no. Probably a couple cousins in here. I'm from Los Angeles, very much so. It's like when people ask me about my dreads, are you sing reggae? Fuck no. You from Jamaica? No. I'm from Los Angeles, from L.A. L.A.
I'm from L.A. California A hot. Days got shade. Let me take you round the way.
So that's the post G-Funk era. Like, So, because Warren G also had the freestyle where he said, what's next, what's NXET? And he was actually freestyling. And he fucked it up, but he kept it. I think that's G shit.
I said, what's next, what's NXET? It's me, Warren to the motherfucking G. Flowing with my little homie named Malik. Yes, everybody will just tweak.
But a lot of motherfuckers, like, oh, West Coast goofy niggas can't even freestyle. They can't. So I took offense. And I think that's where you get the sound in the LA underground. A lot of motherfuckers think to be real hip hop, they gotta have boom bap beats and rap like, yeah, and I come from the east and there's a lot of dudes who sound like I said 6-borough ass motherfuckers that if you listen to their shit, you couldn't tell where they're from, which is the norm now. You can't tell A$AP Rocky's from Harlem and all that blah blah blah. I know it. It's old school, but that was just me. I was like, that's why LA came out. That's why 316 references the Culver City bus line there. If I rap over Ninth Wonder, boom bap, sample based beats, you will fucking know with no shadows of any doubts that I am from Los Angeles or that I represent California, because I think I have a lot to thank the Bay for as we get more into the song.
And if I hit the switch, I can make the ass drop. Growing up, they said the West had no lyricists. Can you imagine growing up hearing this? So I took my hip-hop serious. Years later, now the pen game is furious. Styles from a boy in the hood. Post-G-Funk era trying to do good. What about Quick and Dub C? King T ain't corrupt and sugar free. They master ceremonies and they move crowds. See, I'm from the West Coast and I'm so proud. This when crack started. And yeah, we act retarded. Niggas be scrapping in the parking lot at Target. It's fucked up, but it's kind of funny. And we be set tripping, and it ain't over money. Red and blue is like Muslim and Jew. And I don't ever think to stop, but I'm praying that they do. In 92, we had a truce for a little bit, until they started back tripping over little shit. I was young, making sense of this crazy world, and my childhood hero had a Jerry curl. When Eazy-E was playing on the radio, I knew exactly how my day would go. California sunshine coming in, singing gangster rap with all my friends. The origins of California hip-hop, where you can pop lock or you can get shot. Black, white, Latin, Asian, living in this melting pot. Throw up your W.
Styles from a boy in the hood, post-G-Funk era trying to do good. Furious Styles was, what an amazing, I don't know what John Singleton was thinking, what an amazing name for a character. Furious Styles was Lawrence Fishburne's character in Boys in the Hood.
Why don't y'all take a look at that sign up there? See what it says? Cash for your home. You know what that is? It's Billboard. What are y'all, Amos and Andy? Are you stepping and he's fetching? I'm talking about the message, what it stands for. It's called gentrification. It's what happens when the property value of a certain area is brought down. Huh? You listening? Yeah. They bring the property value down. They can buy the land at a lower price. Then they move all the people out, raise the property value, and sell it at a profit. Now what we need to do is we need to keep everything in our neighborhood, everything, black.
Which was the first West Coast movie I saw, because I was not allowed to see colors, as I was saying cuz in the house to my mother. I was very, very focused on joining the local Crip gang. I said my Georgetown Hoyas hoodie and hat with the fucking tag on it from probably the Crenshaw swap meet, because we used to go to Maranatha Church, and afterwards, if I was behaved or it was school shopping, not behaved, I didn't get a whole ass jacket. I think I had the jacket for Christmas and a hat after church when we went school shopping. We got a Raiders Bart Simpson t-shirt. Yeah, man. Shout out to anybody ever went to the Crenshaw swap meet, wherever it was called, shopping, whatever the fuck.
Hey, blood.
The gangs rule the streets. The streets are at war. The war must be stopped.
We want a uniform presence out in the street. They're flying their colors. We're flying ours.
Anyway, yeah, I wasn't allowed to see colors. So Boys in the Hood was the first West Coast movie I saw. Extremely accurate, John Singleton, extremely authentic. Ice Cube's portrayal, everyone in there did a great job. Yo-Yo, Cuba, before motherfuckers knew that Cuba and his family they motherfuckers really outside, bro, and involved in the hip hop community as well.
I'm so fucking tired of this shit. Fuck this shit. Stupid motherfucker. Fuck you. Fucking tired of this shit. I'm saying kill all you motherfuckers. Come on. Come on, me, motherfucker.
DJ Quick, man, I've talked about it on this podcast. I cannot say how much of an impact he had on me and personally later on when I met him. But that first Quick is the Name record, Loped Out Hood and like Spruce, like streets that I knew, and like just hearing that on a record, slang, accent, like just it was dope to have some representation. Dub C, Ghetto Serenade is probably the first song I love from Dub C. Dub C and the Mad Circle, just the name in general. What apparently was taken from Hyro, I didn't know. According to a reel I saw, because they had the mad face with the logo. And that was the Mad Circle. WC and the Mad Circle. I always like being a comic book kid. Like I always liked the lore, like hieroglyphics. When I saw like CMPX and Tajay and A Plus and everybody's picture on the inside of the I Wish My Brother George Was Here cover. Wu-Tang Clan, the Mad Circle. Like who's in the Mad Circle? Who's in the Lynch Mob? Oh, people from the Lynch Mob are in the Mad Circle. And Dell went from the Lynch Mob to hieroglyphics, and he has his own crew. Like telling us like, oh shit, Avengers, West Coast Avengers. X-Men, like, it's just dope. Oh, Wolverine, like, moves in between. Like, it was, like, kind of like that to me. Opening up the liner notes and seeing. They match ceremonies and they move crowds from the West Coast. So, yeah. I said retarded. It's not acceptable. Apologize. Scrapping in the parking lot at Target. Yeah, man. As I was living in Arizona, come back home, I feel like for the Target that used to be Fedco, that's on La Cienega and Rodeo, but now it's La Cienega and Obama. It used to be Fedco before the riots, maybe Jimco before that. I don't know, Fedco, Jimco. These were like department stores we had before Costco, before Target. And yeah, it was hood as fuck. 92, we got to choose for a little bit, but yeah, the 92 riots wiped Fedco out over there. But yeah, motherfuckers fighting in the parking lot there. I think I was on TV, I saw that one. Motherfuckers getting into it, bro. Set tripping in the parking lot, bro. Like, we are here to pick up toilet paper. You are here to pick up diapers. Why would we be fighting over initials and colors? It's fucked up, but like, all you can do is laugh. You know, once again, Q-Tip. I guess I laugh to keep from crying. So much going on. People killing, people dying, something like that. This is where you get, like, yeah, like, I always stress to people that gang warfare in Los Angeles amongst the black community, in my understanding, is not about territory and it's not about money. I can only speak on where I'm from. Like, kids that were gangbanging, I come from tour and they were like, Murs, buy us a nickel sack. Can you buy some weed? And it didn't seem to be like they were getting a lot of money. If you listen to Dream Chaser, the second verse were kind of building on that.
19, almost 20 years old. Cut the baby curl, now I got an afro. Cornrows, some say French braids. Weed and robbery's the only way I get paid. Couldn't slang crack, OGs do that. So money hungry, wouldn't front me a sack. That's why these old timers keep getting jacked. I'm full-time banging, ain't no turning back. Dropped out of school, no GED. But in these streets, I'm a G.O.D. Enemies tell they BG stories about me. A nightmare when I'm off that P. That's why they always run when they see me in the streets. Known to beat them down straight, take they heat. What about the police, man? Even they scared when I see her hit the block, I put 2 in the air. Got my mama scared of me, and she's the only woman that would ever dare to love me. Respect from my peers on the set 10 years. Bonafide, so I hide my regrets and my fears. On the front porch buzzing. Hot is probably why I didn't even see him coming. 5 rounds to the chest. Now I'm fighting for my life, cause some fool from the other side wanted stripes.
Flatline, 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 flatline.
Yeah. They don't, like, it's not about turf or business, it's a blood feud. And that's where I get into red and blue is like Muslim and Jew, which would be controversial and I should tread lightly, but I'm old, man. This is not a crime. It is a legitimate war zone. I cannot say that a war funded and started by the United States government. That's it. And now it's self-perpetuating because there's too much blood has been shed. Like, I don't ever, you listen to my songs, like, I'm not going to ask you, like I said, I'm not going to ask you to fuck with those dudes, because I can't, but like, don't fuck with them. Like, you know what I mean? You don't fuck with them and that's cool, but if you have to actively go over and kill them, it's not going to bring your loved one back. And I've been on the other side of it more than once, unfortunately. And it's just like, do we go retaliate? What does that solve? Like, you're still angry. You're still hurt. And you still have mouths to feed. So nobody wins when the family feuds, to quote Sean Carter.
Nobody wins when the family feuds, but my stash can't fit in the Steve Harvey suit. I'm clear while I'm here, how about you? Ain't no such thing as an ugly billionaire, I'm cute.
And we are all family, the human family, but if we have to be working it out between our brothers and sisters that have the same skin tone as us first, which I believe in America what may have to happen. Man, I cram to understand it. What makes you do that? What makes you want to pass that anger and resentment down to your children? Because it does nothing positive. Take the concepts and being down for your shit and the integrity and being able to die for your word and protect your community and twist it to something positive. But Muslims and Jews have a religious thing. I get that. It's a simile. It's not perfect. But being that I don't see an end in sight for it, that's why I'm in. And I was, not hopeful, but kind of hopeful, because I thought everyone would outgrow it. But I tell a story often about seeing a 60-year-old blood, 60-something, maybe almost 70-year-old blood at a barbershop, showing the dude who was cutting my hair, nudes of a 70-year-old woman who was claiming to be 65, and they're laughing at her. Someone's grandmother with gray pubes, like I had to see that. Her one leg up on the bathroom counter. Him, 60 plus years old, with a fucking brand new burgundy Phillies hat on and green Dickies, like actively gangbanging and womanizing. And I just like, man, this shit don't fucking stop. There's been somebody half a block from my house, over 50 years old, was gunned down. Gang violence. This war continues. Yeah, man. I don't ever think to stop, but I'm praying that they do.
Red and blue is like Muslim and Jew, and I don't ever think to stop, but I'm praying that they do.
92's had a truce for a little bit, yeah. Like the truce of 9 Deuce is the same, but we've talked about it here. Like it was definitely, now you look back and you get the members of people who are sitting down talking. There are members of government organizations that can be pointed out in pictures that were the reason these talks fell apart. And the peace was brokered was very delicate. And all it took was a little bit, and they knew that. Jim Brown put in a lot of work, rest in peace.
Well, Jerry, we've heard talk of gang truces before, and for the most part, that is all it has ever been, talk. But tonight, talk and action spawned by one of the few men who have been able to get through to gang members since they've been killing each other on the streets of the Southland.
Rising above the ashes from the riots of 1992 is a covenant that could forever change the face of Los Angeles. The devastation and death toll have apparently convinced the city's 2 notorious gangs they should stop killing each other.
People don't lost brothers, mothers, sisters, daughters, sons, everything over this, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's time for our people to come together. I'm a blood, and I love my blood, I love my homies. You know what I'm saying? These is Crips, they black. You know what I'm saying? It's time to come as one.
Across the city, we have different elements that have been working continually to bring about peace.
It is a truce that has apparently been orchestrated by Hall of Fame running back turned community activist Jim Brown. For years, he's been teaching Crips and Bloods self-esteem and economic empowerment through a program called American.
We teach our skills, life management skills, and it's the kind of education which allows them to negotiate better, to put it into a forum where individuals can communicate and come together.
So many people have tried over the years. I don't know what the answer is. And that's where the prayers come in. When Eazy-E was praying on the radio, I knew exactly how my day would go. California, so I like woke up with this whole course just like given to me. The origins of California hip hop, where you could pop lock or get shot. Like those pop lockers were Crips, animation, like all legendary pop lockers or poppers and lockers. We call it pop locking. Venice Beach, that's a hood. You can still see some Crips from my era, Bloods from my era, like got nasty kick flips, bro. Can ollie, can ride a skateboard. We had ideas, and we were children of the 80s. We could play some video games. May have read a couple comic books. May know a little bit about Dungeons and Dragons, shit you don't think. But when MCA, we didn't even get to the list of the MCs, but when MCA says the hood took me under, that's it. Right there.
Growing up in the hood, yeah boy, 1984 was the year my peers didn't know what was in store. A little hard head kick came of age, time to pay my dues, learn the tricks of the trade. And at home it's the same ass story. Moms treat me like she don't even know me, but my younger brothers got much clout. I can't take this shit, so I bones the hell out and run with the pack of wit.
And when I heard growing up in the hood, I had never felt so seen in my life. And one of my uncle's best friends taking us to the studio where they recorded It's a Compton Thing and getting the blue cassette, like the underground version before they like got signed, like, and knowing where MC8 was from and like being in like, it wasn't a, sometimes I wonder, and I want, pose this question to my non-black and, or non-hood affiliated friends that listen, like, what part of listening to someone rap about Black genocide do you relate to? Like, we talk about the authenticity, but after you get past like straight out of Compton, like what makes you continue? I had an assistant for a while. She was from the country, basically, and so white that her father banned BET from the house. Like somehow canceled the cable because they wouldn't cut BET out or got it cut out, something like that. That's how serious against this was. But his thing was like, I don't want anyone showing this lifestyle to my daughters who have nothing to do with this. This is not relevant to them. For us, it's, we're trying to dance and work out some very unique trauma. So the way we're working it out is very unique and very special. And I don't know if I agree or disagree with it, but it's something. I get why my friends and family listen to what they listen to and why they dance to it. It's one of the best lyrics from Parliament Funkadelic for Aqua Boogie. With the rhythm it takes to dance to what we have to live through, you could walk underwater and not get wet.
We have to live through. You can dance underwater and not get wet. Oh! Psycho alpha disco beta fire
To make it through this lifestyle that we live as Black Americans, displaced Africans, descendants of enslaved Africans, in a society that says you're free, but we don't want you to succeed. Yeah, you can be a part of this, but not really. Fuck you behind closed doors, and fuck you with all our heart, and fuck you with our tax dollars and Contra scandals and trains full of guns and ammo that pull up in your neighborhoods and park, and fuck you with the way we prosecute you for similar crimes to those who are not melanated, and we give you more times. Like they've said fuck us in so many, to get through this, to get to the point where I'm driving through Vermont and looking at a villager and getting up in a room full of 300 white people in the mountains of Vermont where there's only 2 or 1.5 Black people, and connect with them, what I had to go through to get here. And I'm not supposed to drink. You're not supposed to drink. You're not supposed to cheat on your wife. You're not supposed to have a mental breakdown. And you're supposed to stand on business and be a good human. And I do it, and it's just like, it's nothing exceptional from the outside. You know what I mean? Nothing exceptional. But what I tell you, with the rhythm it takes to dance to what we have to live through. But why do you dance to it? What part of this struggle do you identify with it? There's no real parallel. There's no real, I get confused and I want to be sensitive to everyone's struggle. There's no metaphor for it because it's just so unique and so fucked up. But my question is, why do you listen? What the fuck are you listening to? Even Black Moon, like there's a B-side. Killing every nigga in sight. Killing every nigga. Like what? Like we murder MCs every day, I get that. But like, what do you get from it? Even how I could just kill a man, like it started off like just like, okay, this is what's going on. But like when you sit, I guess like the feeling of like many men wish death upon me, blood in my eyes, dog, and I can't see. That pain, do you know that comes from this motherfucker being shot in the face, laying in the street in front of his grandmother's house waiting to fucking die? Has that ever been remotely close to happening to you? Because it has been very close to happening to me. But what part of this do you relate to? Why do you sing it with all your heart? Why do you celebrate Cash Money Records, No Limit Records, Sick With It Records? Like why? What part of the struggle? I mean, at some points I'm glad you do because it's money. And I'm not talking to you, I'm saying to you in general, to white America. But is part of it like your ancestors seeing the decimation? Is that what makes you want to dance? Like I think I've mentioned that here before. Like, are you subconsciously or on an epigenetic level like dancing because the plots of your forefathers are coming to fulfillment? Are you happy to see the decline of Black civilization? Think about that. You know, when somebody tells me their favorite rappers are all white, I understand it. It used to offend me. It still kind of does because I think there's great alternatives to genocidal Black music. But that's not your experience. I get it. I might harass you a little bit and make jokes, but I get it. But when you're in the club, like everyone, like there's a part of my show where we do Yesterday and Today and it goes into the Gold Digger instrumental. And I kind of wanted to reclaim that because I don't know if you've ever been in the club dancing and then seen white women sing along with, I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't fucking with no broke niggas. Just the term broke nigga, like you singing along to that. Why, if you want to go to like, quote unquote, why are niggas broke? Because of institutional racism. Because men like your father don't stand up and do something about it, don't have an understanding for it, even if they don't perpetuate it. They're a part of the problem and don't realize it for the most part. If you're in the club feeling comfortable saying that, you don't have a woke white parent or a conscious white parent that taught you fucking better, or you ignored them. So that's why she ain't fucking with no broke niggas. But for you to say you ain't fucking, like I was so, like this is when I was mad at Kanye. I was like, what made you think that was okay? Were you not aware that people were going to sing along to it? And probably not, because I only became aware of it when I started touring. So if you notice, if I don't see any Black people in the front row, I'll do my best to skip over all the N-words in my song. And there's no N-words on the new album, because I think it's unfair also to ask y'all to sing along. But yeah, I try to skip over the N-word if I don't see any N-words in the place, because who am I talking to? It's so much. It's a bigger thing, and this is wasn't meant to offend anyone, and you know, but it did. And this thing isn't, you know, this diatribe or whatever monologue isn't meant to offend anyone. It's just a question.
The origins of California hip hop, where you can pop lock, or you can get shot. Black, white, Latin, Asian, living in this melting pot. Throw up your W, and it don't stop. Throw up your W. want y'all to sing this next one along with me. Woke up quick at about noon. Just thought that I had to be in Lacma soon. I gotta get drunk before the day begin. For my mama start bitching about my friend. Come on, praying at the back there with.
But black, white, Latin, Asian live in this melting pot. Throw up your W and it don't stop. There's parts I do love about California gangster rap. That, as negative as it is, the positive side is whatever attracts everyone to it, the authenticity, the anger. I think it's like, if you can see, to me, there's no type, not Afro-Caribbeans, not Africans. There's no one treated worse in the world. I'm going to share this. We just had a woman come to clean our home to help my wife out while I'm gone. She was referred to us. And she asked my wife, what were you thinking marrying a Moreno? What were you thinking marrying a black person? Bitch, she was thinking that he has enough money to pay you to come clean the house. Like, what? People who, being black from America, I've been to Jamaica and people think they're better than me because they have a culture and a roots that are all their own. I've been to Africa and I've been with Africans, and I've been to Africa and had Africans think they're better than me. I didn't really experience that in Ethiopia. Shout out to them. Around the world, I've had African cab drivers treat me like shit. New York City, Las Vegas, Nevada, because they think they're better than me. On a visa from Nigeria, they look at black. Why can't you guys get it together? I had one guy tell me, an Indian dude, my family's been here for 30 years and we'd be able to do this. Why haven't you been able to do this? I tipped that dude like $200 and I said, it's too much for me to understand, for me to explain to you. But I wanted to cry. He didn't want to pick me up. And so I flashed my $8,000, or probably more than that in Vegas, in cash. And he let me sit in it. But he still made me sit in the front seat because he thought for some reason I still might rob him. You petty motherfucker. Like, I'm actually a black person with generational wealth. I have assets. I own land. Like, fuck you thinking you're better than me. You're cleaning my house. Someone who scrubs the toilet in my house still thinks they're better than me because I'm a black American. That's what it's fucking like, man. But maybe everyone's into it because if the most belittled and I don't know if the word is subjugated race of people on this earth can find a reason to dance and make melodious, harmonious, or just create some type of art and make it beautiful from their position, if we can do it, y'all can do it. I think that's what it is. That's what, on a primal subconscious level, that's what it has to be. If we could create hip hop out of the depths of the Bronx, out of abandoned buildings, broken down billions, decaying, abject poverty, and the butt of the joke that is the American dream, if we could still find a way to spin on our heads and still paint and put colorful paintings on walls and continue, because that's the essence of humanity is art. You know, religion and art. Like, if we can still find a way to praise God and create and smile, then you know you can too. This has been controversial. This might be a short episode. I'll let y'all digest that before we move on to the second verse. As Raekwon says, real niggas raise up, spend your money, argue. I'm here for the discourse. That's just my opinion. Doesn't make it truth, but yeah, I guess I'm still angry about it. We'll get on to verse 2 next week.
Chef for shine like marble, rhyme remarkable. Real niggas raise up, spend your money, argue. But this time it's for the uninvited. Go ahead and rhyme to it. Big nigga Mike's is getting fired. Morphine chicks be burning like chlorine. Niggas recognize from here to Baltimore to Fort Greene.
The album's out. If you're planning on getting a copy that's signed on one of the 316 signed copies with the numbered edition, with the special wax and something else, I forget what else we're giving away with that. And a chance to win the Silver Lake Rec League basketball. All that is roughly, I think, maybe 100 copies left, which should sell out pretty soon. Our goal is, it's been moving pretty steadily. You know, scan the code at the merch booth if you can't get it here. The book will be on sale at the end of the tour before a limited amount of time. By the time we finish Tour Story 2, the Tour Story 1 will be discontinued. We will not sell that book or make it anymore. But right now you can only get it on tour, not putting it online. We have sold out at some shows, but we have a QR code for that as well. I hope to have like a little bit of merch and vinyl, maybe, but I'm selling through that. I'm just not trying to make more waste. I have a couple creative ideas that may be out by the time we hit the West Coast. But yeah, join the Patreon if you want to support There's other versions of the album that don't cost $100, but the VIP, you can get the album download instantly if you order now. And then thank you for everybody letting me know what you think of the album right now. Go stream Enjoy. Go stream Silver Lake Rec League, Flowers for Will I Am. Please. I'm tired of seeing my old songs in the top 5, but I'm grateful, but I'm tired of it. Ali says similar things, man. Please listen to Brother Ali's podcast. I'll be joining him on the road soon. Later. Thanks for listening to the Best Rapper in LA podcast. Make sure you subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. Make sure you never miss an episode by subscribing on Spotify, Apple, wherever it is. If you like the show, leave a review on Apple Music or Spotify. And to support the podcast directly, go to patreon.com/MURS316, Murs316. See y'all next week. Peace. Peace. Peace.